Keifi here, and I'm a pretty big Square Enix fan. I've always been, and this year I feel the company is going to hit a pretty big home run. They've already got Stranger of Paradise and Forspoken releasing in March and May. Not to mention Final Fantasy XVI, of which we're now supposed to get an announcement closer to the spring. And speaking of the spring, there is also a great chance that Kingdom Hearts celebrates its 20th anniversary event at the start of that season, where they are almost certain to announce a new Kingdom Hearts title, be it numbered or otherwise. And one can't neglect Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, as there's a chance we get both an info drop this year and even a release date. Who knows, stranger things have happened. And there's even a chance we could see some more remakes in the works, like there's been talk of that FF9 remake, along with a TV series even, as well as Final Fantasy Tactics, a remake of that, which I really hope is the case because Tactics had some really fun and engaging combat and story, so seeing it with a modern twist would be quite intriguing. Adding to all of this, the fact that there are certainly games in development we don't yet know about, and 2022 really looks like it's shaping up to be a good year for Square Enix. Apparently, Square Enix does have some games in the works they're just waiting to show us. Because according to reports, they even delayed the announcement of a new Sony exclusive project in order to not interfere with Final Fantasy XVI, which is also a PS5 exclusive. And I could see this. After all, it doesn't make much sense to announce another exclusive when Forspoken and 16 aren't even out yet. There is such a thing as announcing too many games at once. Companies know to hold their cards close to their chest when it comes to revealing and announcing games. You only have one real shot to do it, so you better make sure you don't split people's attention too much by overwhelming them, even if it's with games that they want. And there's definitely such a thing as announcing a game too early. So I'm down if Square Enix wants to wait a while and show off Final Fantasy XVI to its full potential. Just focus on making that game everything that people love and adore about Final Fantasy. It's also worth noting that this report or rumor claims that the new Sony exclusive game that they're waiting to show us is not a Kingdom Hearts game. And that's fine, because as people in the comments have pointed out, it's better that Kingdom Hearts remain more accessible to people by having it available on most consoles. Which seems to be the approach they're taking recently, and I'm all on board, because after all, I remember back in the day having to buy a PSP just for Birth by Sleep, and a 3DS just to play Dream Drop when it released. Now though, it would be in both Disney and Square's best interest to let as many people as possible play the new games, so console exclusives are probably not the best route to take for the series at the moment. Unless of course that game is Verum Rex, because that game would be a phenomenal experience if it could truly utilize all the PS5's best capabilities, and I know many people would just throw their wallet at it. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Final Fantasy XVI is delaying the announcement of a specific Sony-timed exclusive from Square Enix? Or do you think we'll see a new game announced at the next Sony State of Play, or even Square Enix Presents? Let me know down in the comments, especially if you think you may have an indication as to what this new game, or IP, possibly could be. And if you've liked this or any of my other videos, feel free to hit like, share, and subscribe to help support the channel. Otherwise, have yourself a fantastic day. May your heart be your guiding key. And happy gaming!